Hey y'all, welcome back to Zagadka. My name is Valentina and today we'll be talking about fabric scraps. So I have these fabric scraps that I get from making makeup bags and travel bags. They're little rectangles, sometimes square, more squares, more rectangles. And I needed to figure out something to do with them so I'm not tossing a bunch of fabric in the trash because that's money going down in the trash and I don't like to do that. So I'll show you an idea of what you can do with them if you have them too.
We're going to start off by gathering all the scraps that we have that we want to use in this project and seeing which scraps go with which ones, sizing and everything, and whatever pattern you want to put with whatever pattern. And I'm doing 2 different patterns on each thing, and that's how it's going to look at the end once we're done. So let's get started. Once I have all my pieces picked out, I have this little tea bag thingy. I'm making little tea bag bookmarks, and I have a tea bag already cut out, and I'm just gonna outline the shape of it so it's easier to sew the straight lines whenever I'm ready to sew. And I'm just gonna draw that on one side of the fabrics. And then I'm going to measure out how long I want my bookmark to be. So I have a book here that I'm measuring. It's kind of a large book, but it measures 10 inches, and I'm going to cut 12 inches just to be safe because I am putting this string into the little pockets of the bookmark, and I'm just cutting 3 of them out for all the 3 bookmarks. Also, cut the top axis fabric off with the squiggly scissors to those prevent it from fraying, but the zigzag scissors cut the top off, and we'll be using that, so don't throw that away and try to make it straight. I kind of made it crooked here, and it's a little harder to work with if it's crooked, but we'll be using that for the other part of the bookmark. So on that part that you just cut off, we're going to draw a little square on it, or a rectangle, whatever you want. I'm just doing a 1-inch square all around, and we're going to sew that as the top of the tea bag laying out on the top of the string. This is the fun part when we start sewing, and we're gonna just sew the drawing that we made of whatever shape you want. I have the little tea bag, but before you proceed to sew, make sure you put your string at the top of the wherever you did that zigzag line, you put your tea bag in at the top so it's sticking out mostly, but make sure there's like about an inch inside the tea bag. I sewed over it twice, and then with the zigzag scissors, just cut all around. The zigzag will prevent it from fraying, so that's why you want to do the zigzag. Plus, it looks cute with the little zigzags. Then you'll proceed to do the same thing for the top of the bookmark, and on this side you'll put the zigzag part down and insert the string from the down side about an inch or half an inch depending on how big your top part is, and sew that together whatever shape you have the top being. Also, make sure to cut the little square that you just sewed on with the little zigzag scissors to prevent it from fraying again. And it looks like a cute little stamp on the top, and that's how it's going to look finished. And since I did 2 different sides, you can see the 2 different patterns on each side. And I do always like to iron everything down. And here's how you can use it in a book. There's 2 different ways. First, you can just put the string part in a book and have both the tea bag and the top sticking out, or you can put the tea bag inside of the book, as you'll see here, and have just the little tag part of the tea bag sticking out on top of the book.
So I hope that was helpful and you were able to learn how to make a little bookmark out of your scraps. You can make them shorter, longer, however, whatever you need for your book. But just don't throw away your scraps. There's always something that can be made out of something. And here I had a little bigger of a scrap. So I was able to do a little heart bookmark, which would be perfect for a little Valentine's Day gift or, just a little bookmark for yourself. Cute. You can make any shape and size just depending on your scrap size. And yeah, you get something useful out of the scraps. If this was helpful, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and see you again next time.